Hello all, my name is Krishnak and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, yesterday I made a polling vote saying that how many people require entire blockchain playlist. So finally, there were many people, more than 5,000 people voted for yes, they really required a blockchain playlist. So considering that particular request, I'm going to make this entire playlist. There will be more than 20 plus videos. We'll be learning everything with respect to blockchain. We'll be doing practical implementation, how you can actually create your own cryptocurrency. And you can also create your smart contracts and all with the help of Python. I'll tell you one thing that why did I learn blockchain? Because blockchain has some amazing feature with respect to security, and which we are going to discuss today in this particular video. We are going to discuss what exactly is blockchain, and we are going to discuss about some of the properties, right? So that is the reason why I learned, and probably in the future as we go ahead, what we will do actually is that we'll try to use both blockchain and AI, try to combine it and try to see how we can use it in different domains. So that is the final target that probably after the end of the playlist we'll be going and we'll be learning all these things. So yes, welcome to this series. Please make sure that you subscribe the channel, press the bell notification icon if you have not done yet. And yes, I'll try to make this particular series quite entertaining. I always like to write in this blackboard or let it be a whiteboard, and in that specific way, we'll definitely be able to learn a lot of things. So the first question today is that what is blockchain? Okay. So if I really want to make you understand what exactly is blockchain, it is nothing but it is a continuous growing list of records. So continuous growing list of records. We say this records as blocks. Okay. We say this records as blocks. It is a continuous growing list of records, which are also called as blocks. This have some properties, okay? And we are going to discuss about these properties. Some properties. What are those properties this entire list of records have? The first one is that, this is completely some of the properties of blockchain. This entire list of records or blocks are cryptographically linked. This is the most important property. Okay, we'll discuss about this. We'll discuss in more depth, the algorithm that is specifically used for blockchain, wherein we are able to mine bitcoins or do different kind of transaction related to bitcoins is SHA-256. I already made a video regarding SHA-256, but we'll try to see this in the upcoming videos, how you can actually implement it, how you can actually use this cryptographic algorithm. Okay. The second property is that this is completely decentralized. This is the second most important property, that is completely decentralized. What does decentralized actually mean? See guys, in the case of, suppose if A is transferring some money to B, right? This entire transaction is controlled by a central authority, right? Which is nothing but bank, right? So in the case of blockchain, if you are using Bitcoin, if you are basically transferring from A to B, there is no such central authority. It is completely decentralized. Decentralized basically means that it has something called as distributed database. Please note on the terminology that I'm actually using. Okay, it has a distributed database. Okay, that basically means no central authority. It has a distributed database. Suppose A person wants to send B, B person wants to send C person wants to send D person. Suppose let's say that they are sending Bitcoin, and in the further we'll also be seeing what is the difference between Bitcoin and blockchain also, right? When we are adding records and blocks, right, the miner gets some kind of rewards, and those rewards are called as Bitcoins, right? And they can definitely use it for different purpose right now. You can see that what is the market cap of Bitcoin. So if I go to this distributed database, what does it basically mean is that suppose A person is sending B person some bitcoins, right? Or B is sending some bitcoins to C, C is sending some bitcoins to D, right? They have a decentralized, that basically means the entire blockchain copy will be present with respect to each and every person. That the entire blockchain, and this blockchain will be noting down all the transactions that is basically made from different people to different people, right? The entire copy will be present with respect to with respect to all the persons who will be making those kind of transaction. So this is the most important thing, that is decentralized and distributed database. If you're not able to understand, don't worry, I'll be talking about more examples. I'll be talking about in depth as we go ahead. The fourth and the most important point, if you really want to understand this, it has an immutable ledger. So the fourth point is that it has an immutable ledger. So if I want to draw a blockchain, how does it look like? Let's see. So this is my block. Suppose, as I've told you, it is cryptographically linked. Let me just rub this and let me show you. Okay. So if I want to draw a basic structure of a Bitcoin, how it looks like, or sorry, of a blockchain. So this is my first block, right? Then this block will be cryptographically linked to the other block. So this will be cryptographically linked to the other block, right? Then again, it will be cryptographically linked to the other block, right? Now, like this, the blocks will be continuously growing as, as probably miner will mine more and more blocks. Okay, I'll also tell you about the process of mining. Everything will be taught in this entire series. Just follow the playlist, one by one video, everything you'll be able to follow. Now, if I talk about these blocks, what are the important information that are present in this particular block? Since this is the first block, this is called as Genesis block. This is called as Genesis block. Now, in this particular block, you have information like block number, right? You have information related to transaction, like how many people wants to send, how many bitcoins or how many other cryptocurrency to what people. All those transactions will be noted down over here. There will be one more important information which is called as previous hash key. Hash key. When I say cryptographically linked, that basically means we are using this algorithm to create a hash key, and this hash key is developed by NSA. Okay, NSA. I'll talk about the full form, but this is a question to you. What is the full form of NSA? You can write it down. Then apart from this previous hash, it will also have the current hash key of this particular block. And this hash key is generated by all this information. One very important information that is again present in the entire block, that is called as nonce. And this nonce plays a very important role, okay, in deciding the hash, right? In deciding the hash, right? So nonce is nothing but number once used. This is the full form of nonce. So if I want to talk about this nonce, it is nothing but number only once used, I guess. Okay, so number only once used. So I am just trying to draw the basic block information. Now, when I say cryptographically linked means what? Over here you can see this hash key, right? This hash key will be referred in the next block. Okay, so if I talk about the previous hash key over here, it will be the hash key of the previous block. Then what will be the previous hash key for the first block? It will obviously be 0. Okay, 0. How many characters? I'll talk about it. Okay. Similarly, like this, all the information, this current hash key will again be linked to the next block. Similarly, it will be going on. So that is the reason why we say it is cryptographically linked. And since it is cryptographically linked, it cannot be changed. So any kind of transaction that has happened once, right, it will remain like that. That is the reason why we call it as immutable ledger, right? All the transaction, once it is recorded in the block, it is going to remain. No one can change it because it is cryptographically linked and it has this property of immutable ledger. I'll talk more about it Why you cannot change it? Because it's very difficult. So if you're trying to change the hash, if you're trying to change the transaction information from here, then this current hash will definitely change. If the current hash is already changing, then what you have to do, you have to also change the previous hash key of the next block, right? So I will be explaining the detailed process why you cannot hack the entire blockchain. It is a very difficult process. So in terms of security, if you have decentralized distributed database and immutable ledger along with cryptographically linked, it is very difficult to break it with respect to security. That is the most important thing that we have to basically come up with. So this is the basic information regarding blockchain, right? One more point, where does Bitcoin comes? This block are just not created like this, guy. This block are successfully mined by miners. Suppose a new block is mined. Then what will happen is that as the person mines new block, as the miner mines new block, right? They are rewarded with some kind of Bitcoins. So Bitcoin, so if I talk about Bitcoin, they are like rewards. Probably right now, based on the Bitcoin monetary policy, as far as I know, I think somewhere if you are mining successfully one block, you actually get somewhere around 12 Bitcoins. That does not mean that this process is very simple, guys. I'll talk about it. The process is very difficult. You know, you really need to use some amazing gigs, which includes ASIC machines, not GPUs also. GPU will also not be coming into existence. ASIC machines, right? And this ASIC machine will actually help you to, mine this kind of blocks. And again, for mining the block, it is a very simple process, which again, I'll be discussing in the upcoming videos, right? So if anybody talk about Bitcoin or anybody talks about blockchain, you really need to understand that it is a continuous list of records, growing records, which is also called as blocks, which are cryptographically linked. It is decentralized, it has a distributed database, and it has an immutable ledger. That is the reason no one can actually hack it, right? And this hash key is just like fingerprint, guys. See, I'll talk about it, okay? Suppose if you consider a person, right? A person A. How do we uniquely identify this person A? Usually you can use DNA or the other thing. DNA can, forget about DNA. I'll not take DNA as an example, but if I take unique thing like fingerprint, right? Then we can definitely identify person A. Suppose if I take some digital file, if I want to uniquely identify the digital file, then what I can do? I can basically use the hash algorithm. And based on that, I will actually create a hash key. So this is just like a unique fingerprint for a digital file. It may be a PDF file, it may be a text data, it may be an audio data, it may be a video data, it may be any kind of data that occurs digitally, right? So this is the basic understanding. Since this is just the first tutorial, I did not want to put much information regarding this, but a simple understanding of what is blockchain. In the upcoming video, in the second video, which is again going to come tomorrow, there we are going to understand the applications of blockchain, right? And then we are going to continue the further series, right? So in the next video, we are going to understand what is the application of blockchain, and we'll try to understand with respect to this. As we go ahead, guys, we are going to code entirely and create our own blockchain and try to see that how we can create smart contracts, how we can create cryptocurrencies, and many more things. So I hope you like this particular video. Please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, share with all your friends, guys, and trust me, I will try to complete this series as soon as possible as I can. So yes, I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you, one all. Bye-bye.